I don't coach. I don't coach.
Well, she's good at that as well, so that's why I invite her to do it. Anyway, yeah, so if you want to do like a personal coaching, please feel free to come to our event today for Transformation Tuesday. And also, we are going to have Halloween party this Saturday, and the tickets is still available right now. You can get it on at the front desk. So for Google members, it's 60,000, and for non-Google members, it's 80,000, and it's only it's already included with the first ring as well. So please get your ticket soon because the ticket will increase by Wednesday, by tomorrow. By tomorrow. So please feel free to get the ticket at the front desk, or you can just check out our event page on Facebook. There's the link for the Eventbrite, so you can get the ticket there as well. So right now I want to welcome you, Carol.
Thank you. Do you want to come in? Go and sit. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, since I'm doing something on vision, I'd love to know who has a vision about something that they would love to create, either a business or some kind of idea of what they want to do in their life. Purpose.
I'm lost.
You're lost.
I'd like to be running more retreats for women.
Okay, brilliant.
I have several actually.
You have several? Okay, I'm going to remember you.
Okay,
That's
cool.
good.
I'm just here to listen.
Okay, and you have no vision?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. You've got to learn something about me. I'm kind of like, I'm going to find my information if I want to. Okay, so keep it for yourself, and hopefully you can share it with us later. We are lost.
Transition to a startup coach.
Okay, fabulous.
Simon, Mr.
Okay, that's cool.
Building meaningful mindfulness courses.
Okay, fabulous.
I don't know yet. Maybe
Okay.
I will know after the others.
Okay, maybe you know.
Working with people who are stuck in trauma or grief.
Okay, fabulous.
Save the ocean and become a life coach.
Okay, great, brilliant. So, my name is Carol, or Carol, whatever you want to call me. I'm French. And I'm a vision whisperer, and I'm also a merchant of knowledge and audacity. And when I wake up in the morning, I wake up to do only one thing, and it is to give clarity to entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs about the business or the life that they would love to create. So what I do in effect is I really align people's heart with their business and with their life. Yes, to sync everything together. Because when we want to have a successful life, we need to actually pour our heart into our business. We are our business. We are our life. This is what we create. This is what we do every single day. And if you're not happy in your business, and if you're not fulfilled in your business, you're never going to be fulfilled into your life. So everything comes from there, from your heart, and that's where I tap in. This is where everything comes from. And if you can't listen to your heart, if you can't get access to that, you're not going to know what it is that you would love to create. Or you might have an idea about what you would love to create, but how the hell do you know that it's the right thing to do? So for those people who've answered, I have a vision, how do you know that it's the right vision? What makes you sure that it's the right vision?
I keep coming back to it.
You keep coming back to it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is that kind of little voice that tells you, that's what I want to do?
It keeps coming back.
Okay, yeah,
Because I would do it for free.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll call that the quiet little voice, yeah? That tells you what you think you have to do. Yeah. Anyone else?
I guess it gives you more energy instead of draining you. So it provides you more energy.
Okay. So
The thought of it.
the thought of it gives you energy,
Or
makes
doing
you
it also.
makes you jump, and doing it makes you jump out of bed. Yeah, I definitely motivate. Yeah, I definitely jump out of bed, and I'm happy about what I do. Anyone else? Yeah.
It's like
Go
a
on.
thirst or a hunger to learn more and more and more about.
Yeah. First to learn. Okay. Anyone else?
I would say so. In my area is because that's what my heart needs is assistance with trauma and grief.
So that's just what you do.
It's what I do.
It's what you do. Okay. So how do you know that what you do
Is what I need. Is what my heart needs.
is what your heart tells you to do?
Because I think it comes back to vitality or the energy. So when I can work in that space.
Uh-huh.
So my life experience has provided me a lot of fodder to work with.
Uh-huh.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so when I work in that space, the relief that I see the people I work with and being able to go, I don't have to stay in this space, this box of grief my whole life. It's
Okay. So doing good for others.
bringing
Yeah.
them relief and choice
Okay.
and opportunity.
So this is how you could imagine yourself knowing that, okay, that's fine, I know I'm in the right direction because I feel all these things, yeah? But then my next question is, well, how do you know that what you're feeling comes out of the right place, comes out of your heart? Why, if I told you that any of these things, you could feel them out of your ego? So we are made of two sides, yeah? I work on a couple of premises. But my first premise is the fact that we are divided into two. We have our ego, and I call it our genius, which is basically our heart, everything that comes. So all the sum of our life experiences, all the things that we've been told, matter, don't matter, yes? I'm doing it for free. Well, it must be good that I'm doing it for free because everyone tells me that I should be paid for a job. So if I'm doing something for free, then it tells me that it's good because that's what I've been told. That's what society has told me, yes? So that gives meaning.
I'll keep going with
Yeah,
it.
that
That's not what I
gives.
meant, but go on.
So go on. What did you mean?
Just that, like, if I could offer it for free, like I would,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't have to be paid for it. Not like because I'm a martyr or anything. Just
No,
because
and it
that's what I
doesn't.
enjoy.
Yeah, that's what you enjoy. And I don't think it has to do with being a martyr or anything. It's just about it's about the meaning that we give to things. So we somehow might think that this is more meaningful in a way because we're doing it for free. Or we might think that it is more meaningful because it is about doing good and relieving people from their pain, which obviously is a really important thing, yes? But the question is, why am I doing that? Am I relieving people out of their pain because I need to relieve myself out of my own pain? Yes? So when we operate out of our ego, which is the sum of all the experiences that we've had in our life, everything that society has told us, religion has told us, our parents have told us, all the stories we've created about ourselves, about what we mean, yes, it makes us do things. And we might think that this comes out of our heart because it looks good. Learning looks great, but energy is great, but I might have a thirst to learn because I want to prove to the world that I am intelligent and I can learn and I can accumulate knowledge. Because I might have come from a family where I was told that actually I wasn't intelligent. So it's not really the motivation that matters, it's where it's coming from. It's not the motivation, it's what actually motivates the reason to why you're into something. So So question again, how do you know, how are you certain that all these things here do not come out of a need to compensate from your ego? So how do you know that your choice of relieving the pain to others do not come out of a need to prove that you are significant or that you're a good person? And how do you know that creating retreats for women is not actually about you wanting to be surrounded by other women because you feel lonely? I'm like, you know, yeah? But I'm just giving kind of, you know, kind of examples. So, you know, how do you know that? I want to give you an example because it affects absolutely everything. So next week, I'm launching a new business, and it's an online platform, teaching and coaching platform for women entrepreneurs in developing countries who work in the tourism industry, because responsible tourism is my area of my other area of expertise. And I called the platform initially the Small to Mighty Tourism Academy. I have a consultancy business that's called Small Matters. Yeah, so it made sense, you know, I'm going to take small businesses, it's for small and micro businesses, and I'm going to take them from small to mighty, yes? So already there is an issue, which is that when I say to Small to Mighty Tourism Academy, everyone is like, what? Because I can't even pronounce it with my accent, which is a bit of an issue, so for branding it's a bit of a problem. But I wrote an article that's been published in an academic paper, and I was editing the article and thinking, hey, I came up with that name 6 months ago, and now it feels like it's wrong. And it is wrong, because that Small to Mighty comes from my ego. Because I'm small, you know, I live in the world of midgets, yeah, and I just want to prove to the world that I am not small. That small people matter. So my consultancy business is called Small Matters. It's like I have to make a point, yes? That's totally ego. So I've rebranded to the Fabulous Tourism Academy because I've decided there is nothing to prove about that. I know that I'm fabulous, you know, and that's it. And I'll come out and it feels completely different. I'm not making the point. So that ego thing affects any kind of decision that you take, even about your business. It does, and you really have to catch yourself, you know, about thinking, Jesus, what the hell am I trying to do here? Where does that come from? So, I'd like to do something, which is something that I've never done with such a large audience. I usually only do it on a one-to-one. But I'd like to have a guinea pig, just to demonstrate, yeah, because I can talk about my experience, but if you see it for yourself, it might become a little bit more tangible. I need a volunteer to allow me to tap into their ego relationship with their vision, with whatever they're trying to create. So everything's got to stay confidential because it's the world of the ego. It might not be that pretty. I will only do 5 minutes of it. I usually normally do half an hour. Yeah, and then of course the longer it goes, the more I can get out of it. So it will just really be a little tester of it. Yeah. So is there anyone who would like to volunteer and doesn't mind? You'd like to volunteer? Okay, cool. So brilliant. Well done. Applause. So I need everyone's collaboration. I need to make sure that all your mobile phones are switched off, and I mean really switched off, because I was a teacher for 13 years and I have acute hearing and eyes in my back as well. I'm going to take you into a small meditation process, okay? And so I need complete silence, and then I will talk to you. And everyone, please cut me at 5 minutes. Yeah, I might cut myself before, but if I go over the 5 minutes, just tell me, Carol, it's time. Okay. So I need to be in front of you. Do we have? Yeah. Can I have another chair? Fabulous. Thank you.
timer on?
Yeah, yes. I like that. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll just wait. Okay, so what I need you to maybe for the camera, you wanna be here? Okay, come here. Which is kind of like no, you don't have to be filmed. Now you're not there. That's cool. So I can be there, and then we're keeping everything confidential. Fantastic. Cool. Okay, so the aim of the exercise is to really tap into your ego, and then to find out what it means. So your vision. Say that. What is it?
Two.
Okay.
Save the oceans.
And
become a life coach.
Okay, so which one? Actually, I'll go into the two of them. Yeah?
Oh.
So save the ocean and become a life coach. Okay? Okay, so please, quiet. Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to take 3 breaths with me, okay, and close your eyes. And then when I start talking, you can definitely open your eyes, and you can take notes, or someone can take notes for you if you want, okay? You can take that with you. Okay, exhale with me, and then inhale, and exhale, inhale, and then exhale. Okay, so I would like you to imagine that you are a bright, shiny star with no connection to the future and no connection to the past. You know nothing. You are just here with me, present in this very moment in time. But you are connected to everything that is alive on earth and in heaven. And I would like you to imagine that you're drawing a circle. And I would like you to name that circle the circle of my vision to be a life coach and save the ocean. And I would like you to step into that circle and to be in that circle. And when you are in that circle, I would like you to open your heart to me and to allow me to enter your ego relationship with your vision of being a life coach and save the ocean. Okay, you're obviously very connected to water. Water for you is a way that you survive. And actually it is more than the ocean. It feels like every glass of water that you drink gives you life, and it really feels that you can't live with it. You have a connection with water that is palpable, where you feel that water is your blood. Water is your blood, and there is a sense that when the ocean is being hurt, you actually feel it personally. It's almost physical, and that pain, that lack of dissociation between the ocean and between you, it's almost like you're a fish in a way. That is what drives you. So when you look at your vision, there is a sense that if you don't save the ocean, you're not going to save yourself as well. It's very much associated. The two of them are very linked to each other. There is a sense of freedom that you get from water, and it's almost like for you not not saving the ocean would feel like you are in a prison, that you are on Earth. You are at your most and happiest when you are on when you are on the water. It's I was saying a fish, but there is also what's the word for this? Half fish, half mermaid, and there is an when the life coaching thing is not. I don't see it. I don't see it as part of the vision when you really are into your dream of saving the ocean. There is a large part of it that has to do with educating people, educating young children, but not in a classroom, on a boat is something that's very, very practical. The way that you feel about saving the ocean makes you want to do everything very quickly, almost in a kind of desperate way, but that is very mixed with passion as well. And there are times when you do not know how to dissociate between the passion and between that longing, that despair, and that makes you feel almost like you're out of breath. It's almost like you're on the water and you're catching breath, and you need to go back up to breathe again and think, what is it, like, almost what is it that I'm doing? So it's something that is very very physical in that sense. Okay, cool. So I wasn't very good because I went into your vision as well. I didn't connect all the time to your ego. I was like, this is pretty. I like that.
That was amazing.
So, is there anything that you can connect with that resonated?
All of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the idea when you know what comes from your ego is to be able to control it and to know. So if there is this real feeling that it's almost physical, that your decision making is driven almost out of a sense of wanting to survive, then you need to be aware of this. And you need to kind of say, okay, what's happening here? What is it that I'm doing? How am I making all these decisions? What does it mean to my purpose, to my vision? Yes, and that then helps you really get much more in sync about the other side of it, which is the genius side. Yes, which is the mermaid way, which is the nice and flowy way where everything is really, really easy and nothing is like this. Yes? And when you look at what you're doing and why you're doing it, you really have to be conscious about how it makes you feel, because your decisions are driven by your feelings as much as they are driven by your thinking. Yes? If you look at your ego operates into the land of storytelling to yourself. Yes? And that's what you think. You think of yourself. But you're not what you think. You're not what you think you are. And if you think that you know who you think you are, you're kidding yourself. Even though I know that we're in Ubud, and everyone is like, yeah, I know myself, I don't have a problem, I've done a lot of work, I really know myself. Okay, so no one's this. Actually, I can't swear on this. but I won't say it because I'm far too French and sophisticated to actually speak up those words. Yeah. If you say I know myself, you are arrested in development. Yeah? Because there are always things that you have to discover. There are always things that you need to discover about your vision. Your vision is your land of plenty. A lot of people speak here about what's my purpose in life? What's my purpose in life? If you decide or if you define yourself according to one purpose, it's super limiting. I mean, I know that everyone wants to change the world. Everyone is seeking, what is it that I'm on this earth to do? You define yourself not according to what you do. You don't define yourself according to who you are either. Define yourself according to what you create. So what is it that I'm here to create? And you are here to create a lot of things. So you might have a vision for the next 6 months, but it will change in another 6 months, and it will change in another 6 months, and it will change in another 6 months. What I call your vision or your land of plenty, the land where everything that you dream of is going to be there, will change. You don't know what's going to happen because you will change. And you will discover more and more things about yourself. So to just say, I know myself, I know how I am, and I'm not like this and I'm not like that, no, it's a journey. It's like having a relationship with a man or a relationship with a woman. When you build a relationship with someone, you discover each other, yes, and you discover that dynamic. You're just having a relationship with yourself. You're just having a relationship with your heart. So what is it that is in my heart? And you need to tap into your heart at least, twice a year. And I would say no more even than twice a year. Because the minute you do that every day and you ask yourself, what's my purpose every day, what is it that you're doing? What happens if every day you ask yourself that question?
Will I get a different answer?
Yeah, because what do you create? What do you create inside you by doing this?
Doubt.
Yeah, you create angst. You create angst. So by looking for certainty, what you do is create angst. So, I told you that I was operating on certain premises. The second premise that I operate on is certainty kills creativity. Certainty kills creativity. The only way that you can tap into your vision and tap into your heart is to let go of everything and to accept that. You don't know how things are going to happen. You have no idea. And if you think you know, then the chances that come to you in a completely different package, you won't see them. You absolutely will not see any of what's coming through to you. I would never have seen that I would have become a vision whisperer 6 months ago. Never. I arrived in Ubud thinking, what's this place? Okay? Full of spirituality. I've got people who hug for a living. I've got people who are calling themselves time travelers. And you come from outside and you think, what is this? And 6 months later, I'm one of those, because if you listen to your heart, you can become anything you want. You don't have to do what other people tell you to do. So the idea is to actually, when you tap into your heart, to have clarity about your vision, to know what you would love to create, not what you want to do. When you want something, it's usually because your ego is compensating for something else. I want this, I want that. Why is it that you want it? But what you would love to create. These are the words that I use. What is it that I would love to create? And when you have that, it gives you a structure. So the only way that you can access as well that vision and operate in that vision and make it happen is to understand that it's not personal, it's structural. It's not personal, it's structural. There is nothing wrong about you. There's nothing wrong about you. You are who you are, yes? And you can make anything that you would love to happen, happen, as long as you have the right structures to make it happen. So what really matters, yeah, thank you. So when we think about making your vision happen, making what you love happen, yes, it really is not about, oh my God, what's wrong with me? It's not about questioning yourself and questioning everything about you on a daily basis, because this is killing you. Yes, I mean really, yeah. It is about building the structures that you need. Okay, so it's not personal, it's structural. What are the structures that I can put, you know, in my life to make my vision happen? Yes, and that structure, I call that choices. It's when you make, so a structure is not a house. Okay, you don't need to have a house to make your dreams happen. You don't need to drive a Tesla to make your dreams happen. Okay, and nor do you need, excuse me, to have an Apple laptop to make your dreams happen. You can make your dreams happen if you make choices about your life that actually relate to the vision, to what you would love to create. There are two mistakes that entrepreneurs make, and especially social entrepreneurs, and I will consider you as social entrepreneurs because you're trying to solve a problem, yeah? And when you're a social entrepreneur, you're doing something to do good, yeah? So you're really pouring your heart into something. But mistake number one is that you're out of tune with your vision. So you think that your vision is about one thing, yes? But it's actually that 10% of the real thing. So it's like me driving to Kuta, yes, and then driving to Kuta, but not straight, but driving like this, and then like this, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that, and actually maybe never making it to Kuta, yeah. But I'm heading towards Kuta, but I'm that little bit, or it's like listening to music. You know how you listen to a song, and there is the perfect volume for that song where it's, you know, it sounds really. That's where it sounds the best. And that's when you're not there. You know, the perfect volume is 9, but you're at 7, or you're at 10, or you're at 8, but you're just near there. And I'll give you an example for me. So I used to teach tourism. I taught tourism for 13 years to young women in the UK. And I'm a teacher at heart. So, you know, the vision is, of course, I had to become a teacher. I had to teach, because this is where I rock, you know. I like it, I can boss people around, everyone's listening to me, even though I'm small, you know, it's cool. Power. And then it took me some time to realize that actually, yes, I teach. But what I wanted to teach were young women or women in developing countries. That is where my heart is. My heart wasn't teaching 16 to 18-year-old in Essex, in England. It wasn't, yes? So the direction is the right direction, but are you really fully in tune with the vision? Do you have clarity? Yes? And for me, I went into teaching because I come from a family where, as a girl, I was told that I was an idiot. So what do you do when you're told you're an idiot? You become a teacher, and then you accumulate as many qualifications as you can. And you accumulate them with a distinction, obviously. yeah, because you've got to prove something. And then one day you realize that, do I really need a PhD to tell myself I'm bright? Or like, isn't, you know, a master's enough right now? Yes, have I, so, and it is it. It's kind of like, okay, what the hell? What motivates me? Yeah? And the second mistake that people make, so they're driving in the right direction, but they're just never going there. And the second mistake is that they mistake passion for drive or commitment, I would say. So they have an idea about something that they want to do, about a product, yeah, and they think, this is it, I'm really passionate about it. And because I'm passionate about it, everyone's going to be passionate about it as well. It doesn't work like that. You know, that's what you love. So they get to pour their heart into a project, and then they realize that their project other people don't care about. And it's because they want to try to prove something. So how do you speak and how do you create this voice that you can actually connect with other people and explain what you have in your heart to others and what it is that you would love to create so that you can start sharing it with others? And it is to speak from your heart. If you don't speak from your heart, you speak from where? Yeah, or you could, practically, even if you're not aware that you're speaking from your ego. If you have a business and you want to put something, you know, a product on the market, what are the first things that you're going to do? What's the normal process of setting up a business?
Market research.
Mm-hmm. What else? Like, let's say you have 2 or 3 ideas.
See what else is out there that
Okay.
if it's already being done.
Okay, fine. Anything else?
Hire a business coach.
Hire a business coach. Anything else? Okay, so everything you're telling me is about going outside of you. It's not about looking in. It's about doing research, yeah, that's outside of you. So the more you ask people around you what is it that you should be doing, what's going to happen?
You won't listen to yourself.
You won't listen to yourself, okay? So when you have to write a website, who is going to write a website? You or someone else, or are you going to hire someone to do it?
No, do it yourself.
You do it yourself? Yeah? How do you know what to write? How do you know what to write? How do you know how to design your website? How do you know how to write it?
To me, that's a mixture of market research, so what people are actually wanting,
Yeah.
plus married together with your take on that, or how you connect to that.
Yeah, I'd argue that it's a mixture of one thing, and it's you. It's about your voice. I'd argue that if you know what you have in your heart, and you communicate from your heart, that gives you authenticity, and that authenticity gives you uniqueness, and uniqueness gives you content, which is what everyone wants. And what is very interesting is when people start writing content, or when they start putting together a product or a service, what they do is they go and see what other people are doing. I don't see what's unique about that. I don't see what's honest about that. I don't see what's authentic about that.
Well, my experience too, and what I see is that so there's many things when you're a creative person. There's actually many things you could do. There's many angles you can take.
Uh-huh.
So a part of that is like what I want to, what I want to do.
Yes, and yeah.
So that is my unique voice and my unique take on something. But I finding the words sometimes match up with what words other people use to describe what their need is. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
mixture.
So,
just for the communicating part.
so the little exercise of circle that I've just done, you can use that, and I'll if you give me your email address, I'll do something. I'll send it to you, in order to actually go into your customer avatar and to feel like your customer. So instead of reading about your customer, you actually feel your customer, and you feel the pains of your customer, and you understand who they are, what they want, and how they feel. And I would say that if you're not capable of connecting with your customers, you shouldn't be in that business anyway. You really shouldn't. And of course, after that, you can do, you know, some market research on how often do they go on Facebook. It's not like that's going to come up to, you know, you won't know that, yeah? The technical bit. But you are clearly capable of feeling the pains of your clients. And if you cannot do that, this is not the business that you should be in. Because you can't then connect with your clients. And again, this is really business. It's about connecting hearts to hearts. Not minds to minds, yeah? But really hearts to hearts, because you create trust with people that share the same values, the same stories, and your ability to communicating that then creates this relationship with people. So how does it feel to have a vision? How does it feel to have clarity about the vision and to actually let go of the need to know about how you want to do things? Anyone knows? Okay. Let's.
How does it feel?
How does it feel to have yeah, like peace, calming, yeah? So even even if you don't know what's going to happen, it feels like you're building something. It feels like it's something that drives you, yeah? I'm always saying having a vision, it's like going into a car and the car drives me, because it's my heart that drives me. Yes? That's how it feels like. But always being on the end result, what I call the end result of what you would love to achieve, that is the most important thing. The how doesn't matter. And a lot of people stop themselves from going into their heart because they don't want to accept that they can create their vision without the how. Without the how. They start by, how am I going to do this? So what they do is they start by running after their dreams. Yes? Instead of accepting, and having a vision is actually accepting that your vision is already there. Yes? It's really already there. And it's getting into the emotion of everything that you would love to have already created, and then stepping back and saying, okay, how do I go from my current reality to my vision? But I know I'm already there. So I'm not running after anything. Yes? I'm just assuming that it's already there. And the ability to go and to just say, okay, I know this business is already there. I know that this is how much money I'm earning. You know, I know that this is the life that I want to have. I know that this is the type of relationship that I'm going to have with my partner. I just know it's there, it's created. So let's do a little exercise. It's called the embeddable arm. So I need you to be in pairs, yeah? And I'd like you to, like one person that's in front to just, put their arm out, exactly. And I want the other person to try to bend the arm. So just anyone, try to do that.
We need to resist.
Yeah. So resist as much as you can. Yeah. Resist as much as you can.
Are you
so
allowed to do anything?
so you can push. So the end is like you're pushing. No, you can't. You just have to push. Yeah. Yeah. Just push. Yeah. No. Yeah. Just like that, and then push. Ah, you can't? Oh, you're very strong. Okay. Any, if you just get up, actually, stand up. Yeah, yeah, stand up.
The chair.
Okay, and let's see, because you're.
Okay, it's never works. She's
Okay,
too strong.
so hold on. Try to do it this way. Okay, help. And then, oh my God, you're too strong. This is not. I'm not strong enough, but I'm too weak. That's what. Can you try? And see. You couldn't do her. Can you try on the other person? No. But you should be able. Okay. Who can bend someone else's arm? Go on. Try to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to do it to you.
To do it on you. Okay. Come on. Try. Okay. Put your hand. Try to put your hand on here. And then try and stand up.
It's not about this bend.
Stand up.
It's about this bend.
It's this bend. Okay, so you need. No, I can't do this. This is not fair. You're too strong.
Sorry, I'm twice as big as you.
Okay, I would like you to do it on you. Yeah. Okay. So can I have? Okay. Can I then have the strongest person? Can the strongest person work with the weakest person with the I have no arm muscle. I'm a runner. But can the weakest person try to do it? So the weakest out of the two, yes. I'm weaker. Okay. I want the strongest person to try to bend the arm of the weakest out of the two. Okay?
Yeah,
So who is the weakest out of you two? Is there one weaker?
She's stronger.
And she's stronger. Okay, so it's not finished. It's not finished. Get up. Okay, so were you all able to bend the arm? Okay. So now what I would like you to do is for those people that have their arm out, yeah? I want you to imagine that there is a beam of light or a laser that's coming out of that arm, yes? And I want you to point to somewhere. And I want you to concentrate not on your arm. Yes, I want you to concentrate on that point that's over there. So you're having this beam of light or laser, you're pointing somewhere, and the only thing that you're looking at is that point over there. That's all. So imagine you have this thing and it's that point. And you're concentrating on that point. And when you're there, you ask your partner to bend your arm.
Oh my God, it's so much harder. Wow. Okay, try it again.
Okay, so this is the demonstration of what it means to have a vision, to have an end result, to exist in that vision and end result, and to not give a toss about the how. Yeah? Because initially, where did you put all your strength and your mind in order to resist? Where was it?
In the arm.
It was in the arm. And because you were thinking, okay, I'm not strong enough. So you put all your strength in the how. How can I resist this person? How can I resist this person? The minute you look at your end result and your vision, that's the only thing that matters. So the idea is that when you have that vision and when you have your choices, then any amount of chaos, any amount of people coming to try to bend your arm and make you do things you don't want to do is not going to happen. It isn't. Because you're going to have clarity and you're going to have focus, and that's all that matters. And also it makes the decision making super easy. So example, one of my choices, I have 12 choices. 4 choices I make every day that are the same choices all the time, which is I choose the end result of being free, I choose the end result of being true to myself, I choose the end result of being healthy, mentally, spiritually, and physically, and I choose the end result of being the predominant creator in my life. Yeah, predominant means 51%. So I can go and ask experts, but I make most of the decisions. Yeah, and since I'm really bossy, I make almost all the decisions. And then one that I have is I choose the end result of a pioneering approach to tourism consultancy. So 2 weeks ago, I was offered an opportunity to go and write a marketing strategy for Lesotho, which is a small country in South Africa. I've done work there in the last 2 years, and I love the country. It's full of small people. It's pretty cool. It's like home. And it's my stuff. I love destination marketing and destination branding. But I thought, what is pioneering in this? There's nothing pioneering in this. So goodbye. It's not part of my vision. Really, I mean, it makes the decision making wonderfully easy. Yes? So in the same sense that, what is one of my other choices? I choose, I've got one, which is I choose the end result of a wooden home by the sea. So in my vision, I'm, by the sea in a wooden home. So that's it. So, when I look for homes, I look for a wooden home. It's pretty cool.
It's hard in a wood.
And it's hard in Ubud, I know. But I'm looking for my wooden home near a swimming pool. I'll be near the sea. My sea. The swimming pool looks like a sea for me. So, but it's this. You have these things, and they, and also your choices can scare you because they come from a place where you speak from your heart, and it's a place where you listen to any mad stuff that your heart is telling you. So I have one choice that every time I have to share this choice, I'm just like, which is I choose the end result of 5,000 clients to earn £2 million by the end of 2018. And I can tell you this is bad for me because making money, I have an issue with it, yeah? And then I imagine how it is to be in there, what it is that I can do with all, with all that money. That's brilliant. I'll go on holiday, I'll take my friends, I'll have a party, But this is not something that came out of my mind, okay? Because if it had come out of my mind, believe me, I would have chosen the end result of 100 clients to maybe earn, £25,000 next year in the first year of my business. Because that feels safer. That feels like it's possible, yes? So the realm of dreaming outside of your rational mind and listening to your heart makes you do things or makes you see things that you think are nuts. I mean, really, some of these things are nuts.
You would assume, I don't know, something came up of, I want to earn £2 million. You'd assume it had come from ego.
No. Well, it didn't, because it came from my heart, and because actually my ego has to do with not making any money, because I am Mother Teresa. That's my nickname, yeah? So again, what your ego might not be mine because of the relationship that I have with certain things. So it's not, you can't kind of draw those conclusions because it depends on the stories. Yeah, you have to know yourself. You definitely have to know yourself. So by having your vision and clarity about your vision, what you have is an ability to know your end results, to make very easy choices about your life, to know what it is that you would love to create, yes, and it gives you uniqueness, it gives you authenticity, it gives you your voice, and you actually can go and create whatever you would love to do your way. So you don't have to copy what other people are doing. You can actually do it in a way that's completely true to you and is not at all what other people are doing. And it might be completely different, it might be nuts. So the online platform that I'm putting together, it's a mixture of business lessons together with mindset change. It doesn't exist in the tourism industry. So that's good. So it's completely new. I have no idea what people are going to say. I just know that it's solving a problem that I have experienced when I've been in developing countries running workshops. So when you are an entrepreneur, there are certain things that you must do in order to make sure that your company or your business is going to be successful. The first thing is that your business is to be of service to yourself. You always put yourself first. And when I say that it's supposed to be of service to yourself, it's supposed to be of service to your heart. Yes? Not in an egoistic manner. I'm going to go and, you know, and I want to take the world over at no cost. No, no. It's in service to your heart, to your true self. It needs to be of service to others in the sense that it needs to solve a problem. Yeah, there is no business if you're not of service to others, solving a problem for them. It needs to reflect your values, and that's again being of service to your heart and being of service to yourself. And of course, it needs to make money. It needs, whatever you do, you need to be able to put it on the market so that it can be bought by people. Because otherwise, you know, it's nice to be Mother Teresa, but doing good is not necessarily good for your wallet. Yeah, you must come up with something that actually works. So, when you have, just to finish, when I said it's not personal, it's structural, your vision is your structure. And then you make your choices, which are your pillars. They're like the pillars of what you want to create. And then checking in with your choices on a daily basis, and then going into the emotion of the choice, and being able to make those choices and feeling them like they are already there, that is what unleashed that whole stuff about the universe. Yes? When people say, oh, I'm putting things out to the universe. Yeah, good luck. Action might just be required if you want to make things happen. Yes? And by having your choices are your first route to taking action, because you know what kind of actions you have to take. So if I want to become a pioneering tourism consultant, I need to change the way that I approach things, and then think about, oh, okay, so, you know, what are the issues and how would I think about them differently, and then I can use my brain to start, you know, to start thinking. But that's, you know, that's the difference. So it's not personal, it's structural, okay? So to anyone that's saying to themselves, I have to fix something about myself, stop that. Just, you know, get into your heart and get your vision. And you need clarity. Clarity is very important, because you might know what you want, but you don't know, or what you would love to have, but you don't know if it's your ego or if it's your genius. So you really need to tap into your heart. And it's not how you know yourself, or how much or how little. It's about how you treat yourself. It really is about how you treat yourself. So do you take the time to connect with yourself and to connect with your heart, to know what's in there? Any questions? Questions? Thank you. Do you have any questions?
I think that we started off with defining your vision,
Mm-hmm.
which is the exercise that you did, and I understand everything else, like with my mind.
Yeah.
But honestly, you lost me there, because if I have like 5 different things that I am not able to combine into one vision, it's very
Okay.
nice and methodics.
Yeah. So
but I didn't feel them.
so what
Understand them.
what are the 5 things that you have?
Maybe we don't have time for it actually.
Just very quickly, just just very quickly, just give me those 5 things. It's a good question, because everyone is going to be like that. So
Because that's a starting point.
yeah. So what are the 5 things that you're thinking of?
5 things I'm thinking
Yeah.
of? Okay.
Just fire away.
Meditation.
Yes.
Ecology.
Yes.
I'm thinking about creativity.
Yes.
Art. So
Okay.
a brand of clothing or whatever. Thinking of, well, the thing is that's confusing, because I have a web design company right now.
Yeah.
But I don't like it anymore.
Uh-huh.
I do like the creative part. So
Okay.
I want to combine the money part,
Okay.
business, money making.
Uh-huh.
And the last thing is community. Those are the ingredients.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's
So what's wrong with that?
there's still ingredients. I'm trying to make a soup that is
Yeah.
delicious. And I'm
So what you need,
crap.
so what what you need,
Not diluted, you know.
Exactly.
all these-
we're talking about making like a really good soup. No, I'm not making soup. I'm making things that are much more sophisticated than soup. Soufflés. I'm the queen of soufflé, by the way. So, yes, and none of that erases the other. And there is in your heart, when you go there, because what you're doing is you're rationalizing now. You're saying, how can I put these 5 things together to create something? Yes? Your brain is not going to tell you that. It really isn't. But if you start listening to what your heart is telling you, and you do that through meditation, and you're making a choice, I'm now going to listen to my heart, and I'm going to decide that I don't know anything. I'm going to say, I have no idea about the future. I have no idea about the past. I'll send you that stuff. Just make sure that everyone puts an email address. And then say, okay, and start already connecting with that heart, and imagining that you're doing all these things, and you will see something's going to come to tell you, oh, I could connect this, and that's what I could do. And it doesn't mean that everything needs to be done at once. What is this thing about having everything being done at once? I would love to have a fashion travel label that is adventurous and sexy. I am fed up of looking like a bloke every time I've got to go and hike a mountain. Why? Why can't I just have a little scarf and then look glamorous when I go hiking? No, honestly. So I'd love to do that. I'm just not going to do it in the next 6 months. I've got something else to do. But it is part of your land of plenty. So if you know that it's there, if you know that it's going to happen at some point, you can tune into it every day, and you're already starting to make it happen. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with having ideas. It's just that what you need is that whole thing about, yes, so I could do this, I could do that, and focus on one thing at a time. And your heart is going to tell you the first thing that I want to focus on is that. Because that's really what I would love to have right now. But if all of this, but it is. No, but the thing is, really when you have that land of plenty, that vision, you think that's great. I mean, I don't have a partner now. One of my thing is I choose the end result of love that feeds my soul and my senses. He's on his way. I don't know when he's going to show up, but I'm ready. But that's, that's the thing. It's kind of you're starting to make it happen, and it might happen in 5 years. It might happen tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm there. And when I'm there with him, we're cooking together, we're having a lot of fun, we're doing very, very sexy things, and we're having a good time. But I'm imagining this thing is already there. Yes? And it uplifts you as well. We talked about energy. It's uplifting to live in a land where everything that you would love to achieve is already there.
But there can be multiple, like, parallel realities in that,
I've got 8 themes, yeah.
We're talking also about focus at the same time.
Yeah, so you need to focus, yeah.
Yeah. Different things. It's one
No.
thing.
So every day when I do my choices, I will have 1 or 2 that feel really good for that day, or that feel really good for that month, or for those 6 months. It's like it's the first thing that comes. It's just, I'm in there and it's like, whoop, it's the first thing that comes. And I know that this is what I have to concentrate on. So I'm letting it, it's really, you let go of yourself.
You trust.
And you trust life. Yeah. But you trust your heart to tell you what's best for you rather than this thing. And it means a lot. I'm French, okay? So I was born and molded to be an intellectual. And I'm an academic, so that doesn't help either, yeah? So really, it's a big difference. Very, very big difference. And it's scary, but it works. And I'm sharing this because, it works. I'm here for questions if you want. If we're not ejected from the room.
The room will be...
Okay, so we can just like jump to the other side.
Gonna use this room.
Yeah, no worries. That's fine.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, let's go.